SpaceX embarrassed NASA with their high-tech spacesuit. Whether it's science fiction or science fact, the setting is always space. The spacesuit is one item that constantly draws attention. Indeed, we've all felt a sense of excitement and inspiration. When we see astronauts dressed in modern spacesuits, we think of space. But SpaceX has delivered a bomb in the form of a new spacesuit design. And unlike anything NASA has ever attempted, what makes this advanced spacesuit so different from anything NASA has? Join us as we examine this spacesuit, as well as the futuristic flight suits worn by Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken. Dragons are a far cry from the bulky orange shuttle flying suits worn by astronauts during last year's crew, when they last launched from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, as well as any other spacesuit worn by astronauts from other countries. However, before we go any further, let's define what spacesuits are. Spacesuits are sometimes known as EMU. EMU is another name for a spacesuit, a clothing worn by an astronaut to keep them alive in an extreme environment of outer space, which is basically just a freezing cold vacuum. This is an acronym for Extravehicular Mobility Unit. Self-contained oxygen supply and environmental control systems typically used IVA, intravesicular activity, EVA, extravehicular activity, and IEVA, intravesicular activity. There are three types of spacesuits used in extravehicular activity. Extreme spacesuits are routinely worn within spacecrafts as a means of prevention in the event of cabin pressure drops, and they are required for extravehicular activity, EVA, which is labor done outside of the spaceship for such activities. In Earth orbit, spacesuits have been worn on the moon. On the way back to Earth from the moon, modern spacesuits use a complex combination of electronics and environmental systems, in addition to the basic pressure garment to keep the wearer comfortable and reduce effort. On the way back to Earth from the moon, modern spacesuits with a complex set of technology and environmental systems to the basic pressure garment to keep the user comfortable and reduce the effort required to bend the limbs, all while fighting the natural inclination of a soft pressure garment to clench against the vacuum to provide total independence. There are many different models and designs of spacesuits, but they are mostly variations of the same old original design. The X suit, on the other hand, is a significant departure from the norm. In February of 2015, X began construction of a spacesuit for astronauts to wear inside the Dragon 2 space vehicle. Currently, astronauts use spacesuits at the International Space Station, the ISS, or rather, Ancient SpaceX began construction of a spacesuit for astronauts to wear inside the Dragon to space vehicle. The ISS, or rather, Ancient SpaceX began construction of a spacesuit for astronauts to wear inside the Dragon 2 space vehicle. Elon Musk, the creator and CEO of SpaceX, and Jose Fernandez, a Hollywood costume designer known for his work on superhero and science fiction films, worked on it. Look, the first photos of the outfit were posted in September of 2017 during the Falcon Heavy's first flight in February of 2018 with a mannequin named Starman after David Bowie. Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley tested. Because the suits require a tethered connection and do not produce radiation, they are not used for extravehicular activities. Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley tested the spacesuits aboard the Dragon 2 ship in 2018, and they wore it in the Crew Dragon 2 demo. 2 flights launched on 30 May of 2020 to identify themselves with it. Astronauts participating in commercial crew program trips to space use the suit. The helmets are 3D printed and the gloves are touchscreen responsive. A single umbilical wire in the seats attaches the suit and offers a communications link while also being breathable, ensuring that astronauts have enough oxygen and maintain a suitable temperature. The spacesuits already outperform NASA's own designs, but still, we must consider the competition in orbit. X has done so. The Orion Crew Survival System. It looks a lot like a pumpkin suit worn by special astronauts, but it's a lot less. On the other hand, the Exploration Extravehicular Mobility Unit suit, often known as the XEMU, is recommended to wear on the moon's surface. It's much larger than the pressure suits used by astronauts in spaceships. In these ways, it's similar to the suits that were previously used for spacewalking in the International Space Station, the ISS. At the ISS, 2 suits are used for spacewalking, one of which is the Russian Orlan type, which was introduced in December of 1977. Because of the Chinese advancements and the intention to directly engage the United States in an all-new space race, as indicated by the fact that the established industry participants are still trapped in the Cold War, aerospace suit technology, we can tell that SpaceX has put a lot of effort in. EVA spacesuits are being developed as part of NASA's Advanced Exploration System, AE programs, and EMU project. NASA, though, appears to be the winner in the end. I wasn't sure whether I could trust it enough to use it on a space mission, and that is a task that SpaceX will have to face very soon. Only then will we be able to say whether or not they were able to make a difference once more. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel.